If you could wave a magic wand and change a policy in Chicago, what would it be?
Ooh, if I could change a policy in Chicago, I would probably make ADUs, which are accessory dwelling units, by right
Mhm.
everywhere. So that there could be kind of like the sprout of more naturally occurring affordable housing. There would be stipulations on it though. I would have protections.
Wait. So what's an accessory dwelling unit?
Oh, accessory dwelling unit. So think about this. So it's kind of like multi-generational housing. So think about a granny flat. Some people call them granny flats. So it's like, oh, my basement is now a unit, and it's
Oh
actually
yeah.
a unit by itself that maybe has a separate door, and somebody could live
Mhm.
there, right? An underutilized basement, and a family lives on the first floor. Or you convert your garage into again a standalone housing unit so that people can live there, and
Mhm.
then the family, so it provides economic stability for the anchor tenant, like the person, a
Mhm.
family who owns the main house, and then provides some type of income so that they can supplement their
Mhm.
income for their housing. But usually those types of units are also more affordable naturally because of the size and the scale. So
Yeah.
and people usually rent to their neighbors or the person down the street who they know, or a student who's at the college that a few miles down the road. And so that's what accessory dwelling units are. And so those are legal in Chicago, but only in certain places right now, because obviously,
Hmm.
the politics of which aldermen want those types of things in their ward and which ones don't. And so that's something that I would just make, like, yes, all of Chicago is allowed to have accessory dwelling units with certain protections. I would also have bus rapid transit tomorrow. I bought a house on the southwest side in Archer Heights, which is like 10 minutes away from Midway. I live like 3 blocks away from the Orange Line. If I want to get to Logan Square, I have to
Oh,
take the train into the loop and then go to the blue line. There's not a direct way for us to get, north and south very easily. And so
hmm.
bus rapid transit, where there is a dedicated bus lane for buses, they don't have to, wait for cars. Sometimes they don't even have to wait for the same signals as cars, depending on how the bus lane is constructed, or if they have priority, the light will turn green as they get closer. Those are the types of things that are absolutely possible. In fact, CTA did a study along Ashland, I believe, and maybe Western years ago, but it didn't come to fruition. And so these are things that CNT is actually advocating for in this moment. So I will say I'm giving you things that CNT already advocates for.
Yes.
um, but yeah, like bus rapid transit is something that our what we call our transportation equity network, which is made up of over 40 community-based organizations as members, and not all of them have a mission about transit, but all of their constituents need transit in order to access
Sure.
opportunity. And so our transportation equity network actually did a field trip to Madison, Wisconsin, and saw their bus rapid transit. And so
Yeah.
like those are things that again are completely possible, could happen with a quick legislative change, or a quick kind of infusion of resources in a very short term. So those are two things I would say: accessory dwelling units and bus rapid transit.
How far away do you think we are from achieving either one of those?
Honestly, not that far. I think it does take a little bit more political will. We do have a mayoral race coming up. Johnson definitely has a more progressive policy agenda, right? And these, I hate that they even have to be named progressive policy agendas, to be like, oh, we need naturally occurring affordable housing, or we need to get
Yeah.
people places cheaper and better, right? I know in New York, they're like socialist mayor because he wants free buses. It's like, oh, where are we as a
Yeah.
society where like free buses are like socialist, communist behavior?
Yeah.
So I do think it's actually possible. I mean, we've been talking to our government counterparts about this. Like I said, CNT has done literally a physical field trip to see, and CTA was there. We had all the kind of agencies that are important, and we had our community members there talking to each other and seeing this in real time, seeing what's possible. So I say it's actually not that far down the road, but I will say it's going to take these listeners, the people who aren't even listening to this, to really be advocating with their aldermen, going, you know, going to CTA meetings or writing letters and saying, hey, we really want this. We want you to prioritize this. This is why we elected you, or this is why we chose you. We want these types of things. And it could happen a lot quicker than probably people suspect. So yeah, I would say that if we are able to get the political will and the resources, this could be done in this decade if we wanted it to.